My name is Jean Coulthurst, and I was head guide and at Lyme Hall in Disley, Stockport, which is now owned by the National Trust, but originally was given to the National Trust by the owners of the hall, who refused it because it needed too much money spending on it. For instance, the whole of the roof was lead and it all needed replacing because there were leakers and it was too expensive for the owners to do, so they didn't do it. And Stockport Borough Council managed and maintained it for many years. Mind you, needless to say, they got some money from it. And but my job was to take groups of people around the hall, telling them of the history of the house and the family. And one of the favourite stories that I can remember was the name was Lee, L-E-G-H. And there are a lot of Lees in the area, but they spell it L-E-I-G-H, and that used to signify that the owner of the name was illegitimate. So if you had an I in the name, in your surname, you were born on the wrong side of the bed sheets, as it were. And at Lyme Hall there was a gallery, a long gallery that went all around the house called the Long Gallery, and it was full of cabinets, beautiful pieces of furniture, all waiting for housemaids to state the claim on which one they preferred, because they wouldn't employ them once they got pregnant. They got themselves pregnant, by the way. It wasn't the sons of the family who had anything to do with it, so they said. And that is my husband. And the other lady is called Joan Batley, and she's a resident of New Mills, and she used to come in daily to assist him. It was a lovely place to work and a lovely environment. And all these ladies were members of staff who used to do the conducted tours. So depending on what day it was, who was on duty, they did the tours. But I was the chief guide, and I did most of the tours. I thoroughly enjoyed doing them. And Americans in particular were very interested in how old things were, like the vases and things like that. And some of them I hadn't got a clue. So I just used, the powers that be didn't know this, but I used to invent little stories. And I thought, if I'm going to lie, I may as well lie convincingly. So I did. And as I say, the Americans used to love these stories. And one evening I took a group of Romanians around the hall on a conducted tour. And I hope you note Romanians, because a bat, of all things, got into the entrance hall and started flying about. And as it flew near the alarms, it used to trigger them off. And this group, there were students, mature students, and they're only allowed to bring a limited amount of currency into the country with them. And they used to love it. They thought it was fabulous that a bat should visit on the night that they were going on this tour. So instead of the usual tip they gave me, I said to the leader of the group, who didn't understand English very well, take them down to the Ram's Head in the village and buy them all a drink on me. And they thought that was absolutely fabulous, because nobody ever gave them anything in their country. They were just poor students, although they were fully grown men. Some were in the 40s and 50s. Right. And they used to love history. And so I told them all the funny little stories about the cabinets waiting to be chosen by the housemaids, which ones they wanted. The housemaids wanted to know all about them. In other words, they wanted the best one. And that's what they got. Because they had the patience to listen to all the local stories about these cabinets. And that actually happened. And the sons of the family were very, very keen on these cabinets going to the right person, as it were. And they were lovely people, all of them. Lord and Lady Newton were often visitors. They used to still take a keen interest in the house. And one day we had a very important visitor, Princess Anne, because she was president of Save the Children Fund, and they used to have functions. And this particular function they had at Lyme. And she said to my husband, who was portraying the butler, who was called Mr. Truelove, and he was a member of the Plymouth Brethren, very severe. And they said to him at all times, never smile. He was a very severe man, and we want you to portray him, which my husband found very easy to do. It came naturally to him. And
did they have any balls and dances
they did
there?
at New Year.
Right, and were they all in period dress?
Yes, as many as there could be.
I bet that was fantastic, wasn't it?
It was. Because in the entrance hall, which was the reception hall, it was made for dancers.
Yeah.
It was fabulous. And we used to have, on New Year's Eve, they used to pipe in the
haggis.
Haggis, yes. And I never tasted haggis in my life until then.
And you?
And it was lovely. It was really nice. Really enjoyed it. And they always had it with meats and tatties, which are what we would call Swedes, really, and boiled potatoes. And it was lovely.
Very nice.
And the butler would carry in this haggis on a silver tray, and they would play the pipes. And Old Lang Syne was, of course, the tune that they piped it into. And this big portrait in the entrance hall was one that swung back, and you could swing it back and stand in the library, which was the other half of the portrait.
So it was like a hidden door,
yes,
that thing, yeah.
Like a secret passageway.
Right. Is there any other secret passages in Lyme Park?
There was one, and it was in one of the bedrooms. It was reputed that Mary Queen of Scots slept in that bedroom, and it was actually our bedroom in our flat.
Right.
And we used it as a bedroom because we thought she wouldn't want it to be used for anything else.
Right. And where did the secret passage go?
It doesn't go anywhere. It was just a hiding hole.
Oh, right.
For a priest.
Yeah.
Because it was frowned upon.
Right.
To be.
Catholic.
A Catholic. That's right. Yes, it was before Mary Queen of Scots' bedroom.
Right. I didn't know Mary Queen of Scots stayed at.
She stayed there frequently because she used to be a regular visitor to Buxton to take the waters, because she had rheumatism very badly, apparently.
Right.
And it was reputed to be haunted.
Oh,
this room.
Did you ever see anything?
I never saw anything, and there was nothing ever frightening there.
No.
If there were any ghosts, they were friendly ghosts. And I always used to say to the visitors, I always imagined houses with arms. And the house at Lyme had arms outstretched and welcoming, not those nasty arms that push you away. So they were pleased that visitors were going round.
Yeah.
And I've experienced quite a few things, but I've never seen anything other than portraits. And one afternoon, it was a lovely day, and I was sitting in the long gallery waiting for the visitors to come in, and I thought, Oh, I don't remember that picture down there. And the National Trust had been to view the Long Gallery with the point of putting some portraits in. And this was a portrait of a young woman with long blonde hair, and it was over one shoulder, over her left shoulder, and hanging down the front. And I thought, what a beautiful picture that is. I'll go and have a closer look. And I walked down to have a closer look. And when I got there was nothing there.
Really?
It was the most peculiar experience. But nothing frightening.
No.
There was nothing frightening about any of the things that you saw at Lyme. And this room that Mary Queen of Scots was supposed to have slept in always, to me, smelt of oranges. And the reason being, I was told at a later time, was that Mary Queen of Scots was very fond of marmalade. That's where the name originated, marmalade.
Right.
And one day it was so strong, the smell of oranges, that I thought, and it was just after a party of school children had been. And I even looked under the bed, because I was sure there was one of the children had sort of had an orange and thrown the peel away. But there was nothing anywhere at all.
I bet they grew their own oranges, didn't they? Because
they had an
orangery. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I have been round sometime. It's a long time ago, but I have been round.
It's very, very interesting. There's a lot of local people not even been round the house.
Yeah.
And it's very, very interesting. It's a lovely house to visit.
When's the last time you went to Lyme?
Oh, when I was working there. I've not been.
Have you?
Been once.
Oh, really? Right.
After the National Trust had taken over responsibility,
yeah,
I visited once because they'd put extra furniture and things in from other houses.
Right.
But none of them belonged to Lyme, really. Right. The only thing that belonged to Lyme was a collection of clocks, and one of the sons he was a collector of clocks, and these clocks were valued at over £1 million
really?
As a collection, and we were responsible for it. And we'd only been left about 3 or 4 weeks, my husband and I, because it was a joint appointment, and we'd only been left a couple of weeks when they had burglars.
Oh.
And they said, all the staff said, we know why they've gone.
So, hold on. That's not one of the clocks in the windowsill, on the windowsill there then, is it?
No. That's a new one.
Oh, right.
These are all very old ones.
I see.
Like grandfather clocks and grandmother's standing ones.
Well, what we'll try and do this summer, as soon as the weather books up a bit, we'll try and organise a trip and we'll try and go.
That would be lovely, that one.
That would be great. Yeah. And if we have a chat to them on the phone, I'm sure they'd do something special for you.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
And you could go in and look round and probably you could
see what's changed.
Yeah, and you could probably make some more stories up.
Well, this gentleman here was my boss. He was manager of the hall, and he was very, very. He's not there anymore. He transferred from there to the Lake District because that's where his family came from.
Right.
And he was called Richard Foster, and he was very, very interested in history, and he liked to call it living history. And you'd be surprised at the numbers, how they increase, because people so enjoyed the conducted tours, because they prefer being told about history rather than reading it in a guidebook.
What year would this have been, Jean? When when did you start? And so
I was there for about 12 years altogether.
Right, and that would have been roughly when?
Now wait a minute, let me think. I had all these dates worked out in my head, and of course they've all gone.
Yeah, sure. But it was before it was a national trust, before the National Trust took over.
Oh yes, because the National Trust didn't want anything to do with it.
Right.
Because there was no endowment left.
Right.
And the house was given to them. Now an endowment was a certain amount of money that was left along with the property for the upkeep of the property. And because there was no endowment, they didn't want it, you see.
Right.
But in the end they did. They changed their mind.
Oh, very good.
We were actually employed initially by the local authority who owned the property. But the National Trust took over overall responsibility for it, and they said what to do and how things should be cleaned and dusted. And we used to have tours in the evening called Behind Closed Doors, which were very popular because people always wanted to know the things they shouldn't know. And one lady asked me how they got such a polish on some of the furniture because it was beautifully kept. And I said it was dusted every day and polished once a year.
Right.
And my husband used to make his own beeswax polish for the floors.
Right.
Floorboards.
Right.
Because I looked for my grater many, many times and couldn't find it. And I said to him, where is it? And he'd always borrowed it, shall we say, in inverted commas, and to grate the beeswax. And the smell of it, when pervaded the house, it was...
Brilliant.
It was lovely, a lovely smell.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much for that, Jean. That was absolutely fantastic.
Very good.
And I bet
you enjoyed.
Oh, I really enjoyed talking to you, and I bet you really enjoyed your time there, didn't you?
I did, I certainly did,
yeah.
I loved taking people around and telling them how the house used to be and the things that they didn't know, like how you kept the furniture so well polished, and we weren't allowed to use dusters on picture frames that were gilded. We always used to use badger hair brushes.
Right.
Badger hair. And we used to brush the dust off.
Nowadays you wouldn't be able to get badger hair brushes because badgers are protected these days.
Yeah.
Right.
But the National Trust provided all new cleaning equipment, and we used to spring clean every year. Certain things, picture frames particularly, or furniture that was gilded, never had a duster near it. And we had to fold the dusters, fold the corners in so the corners wouldn't catch on anything.
Right.
And pull any of the gilding off.
Right. That's lovely. Like I say, thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you.
Good.